In the quietness of the savannah, in the uppermost part of northern Nigeria, stands the great historic city of Katsina in the splendor and beauty of the early morning sunrise, as inhabitants wake up to a busy day ahead. As the minutes roll by, the city begins to gear up as people from all walks of life, far and near, pour into the streets on their way to the palace of the emir to play host to dignitaries and guests who have come to honor an illustrious young man, son of Katsina, Alhaji Aminu Bello, who is being turbaned with the traditional title of Wali'n Katsina by His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Kabir Usman, CFR, in accordance with the long-established structure and hierarchy of the Emirate. Katsina is the capital of Katsina State, the home state of the fourth elected civilian president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, the Mutawalli Katsina, who is also one-time governor of the state. The palace of the emir stands dignified in the sky in its Hausa traditional classical architecture as early arrivals take up strategic seats for advantageous view of the proceedings soon to be witnessed in this arena, the turbaning ceremony of the new Wali'n Katsina. What is the title of Wali'n Katsina? The Sarauta system of Wali in Hausa land has its roots in the very establishment of the Sokoto Caliphate under the administration of the great Shehu Usman ibn Fodio after the Jihad of 1804. The Sarauta system of Wali later spread to other Hausa states and became recognized and accepted as a titled office in the palaces of the emirs. But it was not until the year 1954 that the title of Wali was first introduced into the Katsina Emirate Council by the 42nd Emir of Katsina, His Royal Highness Alhaji Usman Nagogo. By virtue of the provision of the Emirate system, the Wali of Katsina is to be a learned, honest, and knowledgeable person who is also to act as the Grand Kadi of the Emirate. The holder of the title is regarded as the chief counselor to the Emir and in charge of Sharia and other judicial matters in the Emirate. He must, therefore, be very versatile in Islamic affairs. The first Wali of Katsina was Muhammadu Bello Kagara. He was born in 1890 at Kagara, now Niger State. He died at the age of 81. However, before his death, he served the nation for 57 years in various capacities from 1914 to 1971. He served the defunct Zaria Native Authority from 1914 to 1921 as a teacher, the Northern Province at Katsina College as an Islamic scholar from 1921 to 1945, and the defunct Katsina Native Authority, the Katsina Emirate Council, from 1945 to 1971, first as a junior alkali and later chief alkali, and then as the Wali'n Katsina. He had the honor of being the first student of the Pioneer School, which was situated in Kano in 1908 by Sir Van Vicha, otherwise known as Danhauser. The school was called Makaranta Danhauser, that is, Danhauser School. For his long and meritorious service as an Islamic scholar and teacher, Her Majesty's government decorated him with the honor of the Member of the British Empire, MBE, in 1938. Following his retirement in 1945, he was appointed a junior alkali by the Emir of Katsina. He was later to be appointed as the chief alkali and then Wali'n Katsina by the then Emir of Katsina, Alhaji Usman Nagogo, on the 10th September 1954, a post he creditably held until his death on 21st November 1971. The appointment of Malam Kagara is due to the fact that he was a very decent and upright person, a highly learned Islamic scholar, and a great teacher with numerous skills. His outstanding status in Katsina was particularly acknowledged by the first Emir of Katsina, Alhaji Muhammadu Diko, who, if not for the refusal of the colonial officers, wanted to stop Malam Kagara from being transferred from Katsina to tutor at the Kaduna College. Malam Muhammadu Bello Kagara was born in 1890 at Kagara town in Rafi local government in present Niger State. His father was a renowned Islamic scholar and the alkali of Kagara. The late Wale started Quranic school under the tutelage of his father at Kagara. In 1910, he was enrolled at the provincial school, Kano. In 1914, he passed out and started working as a teacher at the provincial school in Zaria. He was at the same time attending higher local Quranic and Arabic schools in his leisure time, which soon transformed him into one of the most learned Malams in town. Despite being a salaried teacher, Malam Kagara took it upon himself to impart knowledge to others at his spare time at his home. Malam Kagara continued to serve as a teacher at Kaduna College until 1945, when he retired. In recognition of his meritorious service to humanity, Malam Bello Kagara was awarded the MBE, Member of the Empire, by the then King of England. Also, in recognition of his selfless service to the colleges at Katsina and Kaduna, his name has been immortalized at Barewa College, Zaria, by naming a college dormitory after him, the Bello Kagara House. Thus, in 1946, 2 years after his retirement from government service, the late Emir of Katsina, Alhaji Sir Usman Nagogo appointed him as Alkali Katsina. Thus, the emir fulfilled the wishes of his late father, Alhaji Muhammadu Diko. In 1949, Malam Bello was promoted to Chief Alkali, and in 1954, he was turbaned as the first Wali of Katsina. Malam Kagara was a distinguished scholar and author. He was the author of the biography of the Emir of Katsina titled Sarki Katsina, Alhaji Muhammadu Diko, and of the famous Hausa novel Gantoki. He had also composed a number of unpublished poems in Arabic before his death. As Wali, he was the Emir's counselor on Sharia and judicial matters. He continued to serve in this capacity until his death on 21st November 1971. The late first Wali of Katsina, Malam Muhammadu Bello Kagara, MBE, was survived by 16 children, 9 males and 7 females, among whom is the late immediate past Wali'n Katsina, Malam Dr. Mukhtar Bello, OON. The second Wali, Malam Mukhtar Bello, was born in 1938 in Katsina. He grew up under the care and blessings of his well-known paternal uncle, Malam Abubakar Imam, in Zaria. Abubakar Imam was the pioneer editor of Gaskiya Tafik Hobo, the much-acclaimed Hausa newspaper. He was also author of the most celebrated and distinguished Hausa books Ruwan Bagaja and Magana Jariche, and many other books. Abubakar Imam was a treasured friend of the late Prime Minister Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, and also very instrumental in the development of knowledge in northern Nigeria and the rest of Hausa-speaking African countries. Malam Mukhtar Bello attended the famous Barewa College before proceeding to the also famous Achimota College in Ghana. He graduated in accountancy. As a chartered accountant, he served the country in many organizations in various capacities. He was the accountant of the Northern Nigeria Development Company, NNDC, Kaduna, from 1966 to 1971. He was the financial controller of the Nigerian Livestock and Meat Authority between 1971 to 1977. He later became the pioneer general manager of the Nigerian Grains Board with headquarters in Minna. Malam Mukhtar Bello was appointed the managing director and chief executive officer of Allied Bank of Nigeria for 9 years between 1980 and 1989. He became the managing director and CEO of the Nigerian Security Printing and Minting Company, PLC, from 1989 to 1993. He was turbaned as the Wali'n Katsina in 1993 by Alhaji Dr. Kabir Usman, the Emir of Katsina, to continue with the legacy bequeathed by his late father, the first Wali of Katsina. Between the year 2000 and 2001, Malam Mukhtar Bello was a member of the Presidential Technical Board on the National Electric Power Authority, NEPA. He was honored with a doctorate degree in law by the Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma, Edo State, in 1993. He was a state and national figure that was much revered for his immense contributions to society. For this, he was awarded the National Honors of Order of the Niger, OON, by former President Olusegun Obasanjo in 2001. Most people that had the chance to work with Malam Mukhtar trust him for his genuineness, precision, and forthrightness in whatever capacity he finds himself.
Shi kanshi mutare Malam Mukhtar Bello wali na biyu ko na uku shi ma ya samu ilimin Muhammadiyya gwargwado kamar da muka faɗa, ya samu kuma tarbiyya ga wajen iyaye, kuma ya samu ilimi mai zurfi na zamani, kuma ya aiki mai yawa na zamani kamar yadda aka faɗa. Shi dama halin shi taimako, duk inda ya taimaka mutane yake. Gidan shi ma na zau a Alhaji da ya zama yana barin kuɗi din nan mint yana mint da gidan shi ma sai ya zama kaman katon da ya zan office. Duk wani baka zai in yaje koma baka ne wanda sai ni dan abokin shi ko daga Borno ko inda dan wani abokin su kai makaranta tare, da je bai da wani sauka sai suka gidan shi, gidan kullun cike da dalibai wanda ya da shekara ɗaya ga wani abu kan taimako, kuma da iyaye da yara da ba shi kanshi ba sun iya kamar da ya taimaka ba. Saboda haka shi yasa lokacin da aka naɗa shi aka ga irin abin da ya gudana. Shi yasa ma lokacin da ya rasu aka ga irin ɗimbin mutane da suka zo suka raka shi makabarta. Sarakuna sun zo, gwamnoni sun zo, manyan malamai sun zo, manyan mutane daga yan boko sun zo. Aka kasa yi mata na yanzu shi sai nan filin kan giwa saboda yawan mutane, kuma sun zo daga fanni da yawa cikin Najeriya nan. Saboda haka wannan irin halayen shi da kuma irin alakan shi da jama'a har ya samu wannan martaba, kuma shaidan duniya mun fahimta shine shaidan lahira. To muna ganin irin shaidan da ya samu, alhamdulillah.
Malam Mukhtar Bello died in June 2005 in South Africa after a protracted illness. His death came as a rude shock to all who knew him. That his burial was attended by many dignitaries, including 5 governors, former President Ibrahim Babangida, emirs, and members of the Emirate Council, and people from all walks of life. He left behind his wife, Princess Zainab Ahmadu Bahagu, the daughter of the late Emir of Mina, Alhaji Aminu Bello, and 7 children, among whom is the new Wali, Alhaji Aminu Bello. Grandson of the first Wali'n Katsina, Alhaji Muhammadu Bello Kagara, MBE, and son of the second Wali'n Katsina, Muhammad Aminu Bello, was born to the late Wali'n Katsina, Malam Dr. Mukhtar Bello, a chartered accountant, and Hajia Zainab Bello, an educationist, on May 19, 1969. Malam Muhammad Aminu started his primary school education in Kaduna and Mina before completing at Adrao International School, Lagos, between 1979 and 1981. He afterwards proceeded first to Federal Government College, Ilorin, for his secondary education and completed later at the famous King's College, Lagos. From there, he proceeded to the University of Maiduguri, Borno State, where he obtained a BSc Honors degree in economics. He has a broad educational background cutting across accounting, economics, finance, business administration, government, personnel and human resources management, and he is admitted into the following professional bodies: full member Nigeria Economic Society FNES and associate member Nigeria Gas Association. How was it like growing up? Alhaji Bello recollects his childhood days.
My name is Alhaji Aminu Bello. I come from Katsina. My mom comes from Niger State. I started my primary school in Mina, and then I resumed at Adrao International School. Adrao International School, Lagos. That's where I started my primary school education. From there, I proceeded to Federal Government College Ilorin. From Federal Government College Ilorin, I was transferred to Queen's College, Lagos. I finished my secondary school at King's College, Lagos, proceeded to University of Maiduguri, where I obtained my BSc in economics. And presently I'm working with Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas.
In 1995, Alhaji Aminu Bello was posted to the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas (NLNG) for his National Youth Service Corps primary assignment, where his diligence, hard work, and loyalty were too visible for company management to ignore. Aminu was retained in the company as acting head, General Services. It has ever since for Aminu been a continuous grooming and rise of an oil and gas industry executive in the Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas Limited. From General Services to Transport and Logistics Department of NLNG, it has been a celebration of commitment, honesty, and integrity amid company commendations for Aminu. Aminu's academic and professional qualification as an economist, coupled with his work experience of several years with the Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas Limited, has equipped him for greater challenges for the life ahead. Alhaji Aminu has attended several local and international courses, conferences, and workshops here in Nigeria and abroad. He has traveled to the United Kingdom, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Republic of Niger, Republic of Benin, to mention but a few. Just like his father, the new Wale is married to a princess from Dutse in Jigawa State, Hamima Nuhu Sanusi, former special advisor to His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Saminu Turaki, the executive governor of Jigawa State. She is presently working with the Federal Ministry of Labor and Productivity. They are blessed with 2 children. Princess Hamima speaks on the appointment of her husband as the Wali of Katsina.
Our prayer is that may God grant him long life and a lot of prosperity and the will to carry it on. He became Wali as a result of the death of his father, Rahimahumullah, and in May, and he was given the title. He inherited it from his father and his father before him. So we pray that God gives him the strength to carry it on in the good name of his family.
I don't think that the people of Katsina will have any apprehensions about a young person, shouldering this big responsibility, in the sense that they know the background of his family, they know the kind of training that the family of Wali'n Katsina has received over the years from their grandparents up to today. And for his age, over 30, I don't think is such young that people will worry about. And having seen that he has held responsibilities where he is working now, that also gives some confidence that he's equal to the task.
How does the new Wali view the era of his late father as the second Wali of Katsina.
My late father was a very humble person, very humble, very religious person. I mean, these are things that are very emotional. I mean, there are so many of his attributes, so many of his memories. I would not want to say there are too many, too numerous.
آمين ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم آمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين فاتحة صلاة الفاتحة رات الكرسي وقدا
haske ba da haske wuri ne amma su abasu su abasu ne bari no hold su abasu ba su alhamdulillah rabbil alamin ce su ba su shiga wurin to ba go teman
bayan an raka marigayi malam dr muktar bello oon zuwa gidansa na ainihi sai aka kaiwa mai martaba sarkin katsina gaisuwa ta musamman domin wannan babban rashi da aka yi
ba da hannu ake yi yanzu ba da to sannu Allah ya diga sa Allah ya diga sa to kamar ne da wannan kamar ne da wannan ka dauka ya dauka ka dauka to ga to sarki kace ya dauka ni a biyo ni ce ka ga kuma na ya fi sai ya fi sheka sai ya fi sheka sarauta idan mutum ba sarki ka kafa kamar ni sarauta kira nan to a bari ka
bayan da mai martaba sarkin katsina alhaji dr muhammadu kabir usman ya gama juyayen wannan babban rashi da najeriya ta yi sai nan take mai martaba sarkin katsina alhaji dr muhammadu kabir usman ya tabbatarwa da alhaji aminu muktar bello sarautar walin katsina na uku domin ya gaji mahaifinsa marigayi malam dr muktar bello oon allah ya ji kan marigayi malam dr muktar bello oon ya kuma saka mashi da aljanna firdausi amin
I would say it came to me as a shock and as a surprise because if you look at the nature of how the issue of the tattoo came to me, I lost my father May 28th, and he died in South Africa, was brought to Nigeria back, and he was buried on a Tuesday, 31st May, and all of a sudden the announcement of my of the judgment of Wali. That's what I mean. So it came as a shock, as a surprise, and everything goes to Allah Almighty. He knows the reason why such happened. But it came to me as a big shock, as a surprise. I'll just say it's destiny from